9 decades ago, Bengal was a land full of green fields, rivers, and hardworking farmers. People lived simple but peaceful lives. Rice grew in abundance, and villages were full of activity and hope. No one imagined that within 1 year, everything would change. In 1942, during World War II, major events far away began to affect Bengal. Japan captured Burma, a country that used to send a lot of rice to Bengal. Suddenly, this supply stopped. The British government also took boats and transport vehicles for war needs. This made it difficult to move food from one place to another. The war created fear, confusion, and shortages. As the war continued, food prices started rising very fast. Rice, which was once affordable, became extremely costly. Many families could no longer buy enough food. Farmers, who lived day to day, suffered even more. Even though some food still existed, most people could not afford it. This economic crisis was one of the biggest reasons the famine began. Another problem made the situation worse. Some traders and businessmen stored large amounts of rice to earn more money later. This is called hoarding. Because of hoarding and poor management, food did not reach the people who needed it most. Even in difficult times, some decisions made the crisis deeper. In 1942, a cyclone hit parts of Bengal. It destroyed many homes, boats, and fields. Some rice crops were also damaged by plant disease. Although these events did not fully cause the famine, they added more stress to an already fragile food system. Nature, war, and human choices had now combined into a very serious problem. By 1943, food had become extremely scarce for many families. People in villages began to leave their homes in search of support. Many traveled long distances hoping to find help in towns and cities. The shortage of food affected young and old alike. This was the beginning of one of the most difficult times in Bengal's history. When the famine reached its peak, thousands of people came to Calcutta, the capital of Bengal, looking for relief. The city was not prepared for such a large number of people. Relief centers and community kitchens tried to help, but resources were limited. Crowded streets and long queues showed how serious the situation had become. The Bengal famine of 1943 caused great hardship for families across the region. The Bengal famine of 1943 became a major humanitarian crisis. Many villages faced severe shortages and normal life completely broke down. Newspapers, officials, and leaders from around the world spoke about the situation. This event showed how economic failure, war, and poor planning can deeply affect a society. It became a historical example of how important good leadership and food management are. After the famine, Bengal changed in many ways. Families tried to rebuild their homes and farms. The economy needed years to recover. The famine also created political debate and pushed many people to demand better governance and fairer policies. It reminded the world that food security and proper planning are essential for every region. Today, Bengal has grown and developed again. Fields are green, cities are active, and life has returned. But the Bengal famine of 1943 teaches us an important lesson. Hunger is not only about food shortage, it is also about distribution, planning, and fairness. By remembering the famine, we learn to protect the future and ensure that such a tragedy never happens again.